Hey guys, so today we're taking a look at the Crew Motorfest on the Lenovo Legion Go. So I've tried a couple of settings, VRAM set to 6 gigs, set to 8 gigs, set to auto. So I found auto seems to be best. So we're going to take a look at a benchmark at 720p, 25 watts, medium, and a mixture of low settings. So we're going to attempt to get to 60 frames per second. You can see it's uncapped, the benchmark frames, and the frame times is there. You can see it's pretty much all over the place. It's struggling to get to 60. So you'll see between the Legion Go and the ROG Ally Z1 Extreme, similar performance. Not a very well optimized game, I have to say. With regards to just comparing it to the likes of a Forza Motorsport 4 or 5, similarly open world racing game. So you can see even at 720p, and this is not one of the native 16:10 resolutions on a Legion Go. You have to actually customize that resolution just to get it to that low. So you can see we've got a average of 46, maximum of 54, and a minimum of 40. So I thought if that's the basement frames we're getting, 40 frames per second, that's the very lowest. Let's then go to RiverTuner, just cap our frames to 40 frames per second, same settings, and let's run the benchmark again, 720p, 25 watts. So you can see at the start of the benchmark it struggled a bit, but I think for the duration it pretty much kept close to 40 most of the time. And the frame time graph you can see is steadying out. So it's a lot more stable. So if you have purchased this game and your intention is to play it on the Legion Go, 720p, 25 watt, cap it to 40. You'll see it's manageable in the benchmark. And just when this finishes up, you'll see in the free roam gameplay we've got going, 40 frames per second capped. And then also I'll just demonstrate in a race, 720p, 25 watt, medium, mixture of low settings also in there. And then we've capped the race at 40 frames per second. Okay, so let's just jump into free roam gameplay. Just showing you it's exactly the same settings. Obviously the game's going to say 60 frames per second capped in the settings, but obviously RiverTuner, I went to go and cap it at 40 frames per second just to get a steady frame time. Obviously there's tools available to you like lossless scaling, frame gen, but for a racing game where you need split second reaction time, the frame gen lag, you're not really gonna enjoy that in a racing game, especially a free roam racing game, open world racing game. Yeah, so you can see 40 frames per second in free roam, it's sticking to that quite decently. Frame time 25 millisecond, sticking to that as well. So curious to see what kind of improvement we'd get with more RAM in the system. Obviously the ROG Ally X is releasing within a month's time. You'll have 24 gigs. You'll be able to assign a set amount without really inhibiting the system RAM. So I'll do an updated video. I'm also going to be uploading a video of the current ROG Ally Z1 Extreme with the exact same settings for the Crew that I've got here, 720p, 25 watt, the same mixture of medium and low settings. Will show the benchmark at 60 frames per second, uncapped, benchmark as well at 40 frames per second capped, free roam at 40 frames per second capped, and then race some gameplay at 40 frames per second capped. Okay, you guys can skip ahead to the race gameplay if you wish. Okay, so let's go into race gameplay now. 720p, 25 watt, medium and low setting mixture, capped at 40 frames per second on Reaver Tuner. Let's see how steadily it sticks to that 40 frame per second bench target and that 25 millisecond frame time. See how steady and how smooth the gameplay is. Okay, so you could see it dipped to 38 frames per second just at the beginning of the race there, with all the AI races alongside yourself. But I think as the pack spreads out, you can see it's steadily keeping that 40 frames per second, 25 millisecond frame time. Just a reminder, hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Appreciate the support the channel's getting. Yeah, and as I said, I'm going to be uploading similar The Crew Motorfest footage on the ROG Ally Z1 Extreme, so stay tuned for that.